Hi, and welcome to 7 Minutes in Heaven. I'm your host, Ari Hernandez, and today we have two legendary warriors from the past. And if you've taken Great Works of Literature 1, then you would know who they are. The first is Beowulf, the legendary monster slayer who battles his monsters naked. Yes, hello, hi.
Hey, how are you doing today?
And next we have,
Unferth. It's Unferth.
Unferth, I'm sorry.
Nice to see you again, Unferth. Always a pleasure.
So how are y'all doing today? How was your trip up to heaven? Was it
exhausting? Yeah. Of course. Now we're where we belong.
Yeah, I have to say for myself, it's actually pretty easy. I had assumed since the Father blessed me so much on earth, He was going to bless me, in the life of eternal living. So He just brought me straight up there, no problems,
Oh, of course.
I'm not really surprised to say that it was exhausting for Unferth, based on the life he was blessed with, back on Earth. But, we're here now, and that's what matters, right?
Of course, Beowulf. Who could ever fault you?
So, you fight your monsters naked, bare naked, and without any swords or weapons. Why?
Yes, I assume for, most mortals, it might be, an odd thing to see, but when I arrived, to fight for Hrothgar's kingdom and protect him, I actually pitied the creature Grendel when I first saw him, so I didn't want to take any advantages, made by mortal weapons such as, armor and swords, so, I just used what the good Lord gave me, took off my clothes and ripped that sucker's arms off with my bare hands,
Well,
right?
you're looking pretty buff
I
to
appreciate
do that.
it. Thank you.
And is that your sword?
Yeah, Unferth gave this to me. I personally don't like weapons, but I think Unferth felt like he needed to participate somewhat in the battle, and, I didn't want to be rude by not accepting, so...
Oh, come off it! You wanted that sword for years.
I can't say that I did.
Isn't there some kind of rivalry between y'all? How is that?
No, not at all.
Or how do you feel about that, Unferth?
Beowulf is always trying to beat me in glory. He's always trying to overcome my glory. It's very sad. I think he has an inferiority complex with me.
So, when giving him that sword then, were you pretending to be the good guy?
I was trying to make him feel somewhere nearly as worthy as I.
I see.
I can't say I agree. I've never heard the word inferior in my life, so I don't really think that applies to me. But, if that's what makes Unferth feel better, then, far be it from me to correct him. But, living in my shadow must be tough, because, I can't say that I've tried for glory. It's just something the good Lord has given to me, and I haven't pushed it away, so.
Amazing strength, huh? So, Beowulf, which was harder, fighting Grendel or fighting Grendel's mother?
Good question. I'd have to say Grendel's mom. Swimming under the cave is exhausting in and of itself, but also I was attacked by sea monsters that I had to fight through.
How convenient that sea monsters seem to appear in all of your stories.
I can't say it's convenient to run into any battle before a big battle, but, I'll take your word for it.
Calm down there.
It's alright. So yeah, I had to fight the sea monsters, conquer them, until I even reached the cave for Grendel's mom. Once I got there and the fight began, it was a little bit of a challenge. Luckily, Unferth gave me a sword that didn't work at all. So
it's obvious that you didn't know how to use it. If one were more skilled, then perhaps it would have worked.
Well, maybe if a skilled warrior would have accompanied me, maybe, the battle would have been a little bit easier.
I was back tending to the wounded. I was doing my community service.
Yeah.
Every true Christian must serve the people.
That's a woman's job, buddy. Anyways, the fight with Grendel's mom, the sword didn't work, so I tossed that aside. She did catch me off guard. I stumbled for a bit, but I got back on my feet. I grabbed a sword that I found within the treasures down there in the cave, and with that final stroke, I cut her head off. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to bring back.
Of course not. It's not like it actually happened. No proof, no...
I mean, there may not be proof, but there's proof of you killing a dragon. Is that correct?
That's true. Yeah, my last stand for the kingdom. Man, was that already like 100 years ago? It feels like forever we've been up here in heaven. Yes, that fight was about 50 years later, after the kingdom had been turned over to me, and the dragon was attacking. This time, I had to go all out, it wasn't for my own glory. I was defending my kingdom, my home, my people, so, I used the sword, I used the armor I had on, and we took on the dragon together, actually. A skilled warrior, as you would say, accompanied me, Wiglaf, and, you know, he stabbed the dragon in its belly.
Recruit?
Yeah, you know, he likes to accompany the battles, as he calls himself a soldier. He doesn't tend to the women's tasks, that kind of, you know, I don't know how y'all do it in that land, but, you know, in Geatland we do it Beowulf way.
Beowulf, go home. Beowulf, go. Oh, we're going? Alright, sorry. You know, always gotta be thankful for what the Lord gives you, you know? In my case, it was an awesome bod, so. Anyways, the interview went great. I'm happy to be here, happy to be in heaven. The talk show is really great, 7 Minutes in Heaven. I don't know where they got that title. You know, we don't have anything like that in Geatland. Here it's pretty popular in the modern day, though. But the setting's in a closet? I don't know. Whole thing just blows me away. But the hostess was really nice. I'm not sure about that Unferth guy. Really, that guy kind of interrupted me the whole time. But, you know, hey, you know, we're all raised differently. He was raised around women that tend for other guys and something like that. I don't know. I never heard of it, really. So, I'm glad to see the rest of my men up here. But at the same time, it's hard, you know. If I see them here, I know they're gone. And it means they died and we lost so many good men. Beowulf! Beowulf!
Why can I never be the hero? Nobody recognizes me. It's even that Beowulf, that glory hound, always trying to accept me. Why does nobody recognize my greatness? Oh well. I'm sure that the next interview will be far more intelligent than this one. Good day.
Hi, and welcome back to 7 Minutes in Heaven. Let's welcome our next guest, Hrothgar and Wiglaf. Hrothgar.
Hello, greetings. I'm Hrothgar, King of the Danes.
And Wiglaf.
Calm down, Wiglaf. It's just a heater. It's gonna be a dragon.
Dragon?
Wiglaf, please excuse him. He inhaled some toxic fumes while fighting the dragon. Poisonous venom all around. Bit brain damage.
Hey, Hrothgar! How's it going?
Hello, Wiglaf. How are you?
Doing great.
You're looking a little singed.
Yeah, fire's hot! Fire's hot! Dragon! Dragon!
Wiglaf!
Wow, well.
Heater.
Well, so, Hrothgar, what kingdom are you from?
I'm king of the Danes, the Danish people.
And
Best
Geats.
people in all of Europe. Geats? That was Beowulf.
Beowulf! He's the best! He's the best hero! He slayed Grendel, and he slayed Grendel's mom, he slayed the dragon, wow! Beowulf!
We've got a
Yes,
wild
he
one
is
here.
awesome.
We know you have a close relationship with Beowulf. Tell the audience a little about your bromance.
I was married.
Never mind. So just tell us about your relationship with Beowulf.
Beowulf, he came over from the land of the Geats to help us with our Grendel problem.
I love Beowulf!
Yes, we
From
know.
Geatland,
Yes.
but now I'm the king. That's good
I'm
Beowulf,
sorry?
though. Beowulf.
Anyways, he had heard that we had been having a lot of trouble, lots of good men were dying. He came from
Who
Geatland
did it? Beowulf!
to save us from this horrible monster known as Grendel at the time.
Ripped his arm off!
Yes,
He did it, Beowulf!
Yes, he did. Did.
So anyways, when Beowulf sailed back home, would you say that he left your kingdom in good hands?
Yes, well, after Beowulf left, I died of sorrow soon after. But I'm in heaven now, so all is better.
Oh, that's great. Now, Wiglaf, the audience knows you went against...
Wiglaf!
Sorry, Wiglaf.
Wiglaf.
Okay, so the audience knows that you went against the dragon to save Beowulf. What made
Yes!
you want to stay?
Loyalty to Beowulf, he's the best superhero ever, okay? Alright, first we went over to his place. We saved their kingdom from Grendel and the mom, Beowulf by himself. No weapons first time, weapons second time, because that Unferth guy gave him a really crappy sword that didn't work at all. Unlike my knife, alright, me and Beowulf took on the dragon, the two of us together, alright? Beowulf was having a little bit of trouble, so I stayed, and I ran up to the dragon, and was like, Beow! And then we conquered it, alright? Beowulf, sadly, I always forget about that.
Do you take any medication?
It's okay. Let's go get your meds.
Medication.
Fine. Fine, alright? Alright, okay. Beowulf's the best, and we're together now. That's all that matters.
Okay, if you're sure, Wiglaf.
That's all that matters.
Now you know why we don't let him have a real knife. I mean, that's just a bread knife. He doesn't know.
Slay the dragon with this knife.
Yes, there's a reason we don't let him have sharp objects.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for coming. I guess I'll see you floating around heaven.
Yes, you shall. We enjoy it here.
Don't forget to take him with you.
Come on, let's go home. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wiglaf, that poor soul. I mean, he's never been the same ever since the event with the dragon, which is not to be spoken of lightly in his presence. It's bad things. As you've seen, he goes kind of hysterical. But the other thing the interview reminded me of, besides his mental health, was Beowulf. And what he did for my country was quite touching. I mean, it was like a son I never had. And to see him just leave like that, and knowing I'd never get to see him again, was horrible. I mean, especially as I just lost most of my kingdom. But I mean, Beowulf was courageous, unlike people like Unferth. You know, that guy with no courage if it jumped right in front of him. But Beowulf, no. It was awesome. But I think I really need to go check on Wiglaf now. He seems to be gesturing with the butter knife again.
They took my knife! It's the only thing I had left from Beowulf. I just miss him so much. The only person I get to see is Hrothgar, and he mocks me. He thinks I don't hear, but I do, because I'm sitting right next to him. I'm the one with mental problems, yeah. And I just showed them. Find my knife again. Show them the old dragon technique. So, you know. Just don't know what to do. It's always on my mind, that moment, you know. Stand side by side with Beowulf. The glory days. And then, dang dragon appeared, stole my king. Dragon!
Next time in heaven, news from down below. Odysseus is still lost at sea, and Oedipus the king is still having a nervous breakdown. News on Earth, Penelope is filing a divorce because, she found child support letters to Odysseus from Calypso. And lastly, Dante finally made it to heaven if you're interested in what he has to say. So tune in next time. That's all for today. Good night.